The Prison City Podcast will be starting shortly. Please take a moment to acknowledge the following sponsors of the Prison City Podcast, the best podcast on planet Earth. Prison Pizza. Come on down for the best pizza you've ever had in your entire fucking life. Every pizza has been made perfectly every single time, has been delivered in perfect time, and it has the perfect price point with the perfect amount of toppings and the perfect amount of sauce. There's never ever been a single pizza in the history of Prison Pizza that's not anything short of fucking perfect. Come on down to Prison Pizza, check out our salad bar too, and 846 or 406-846-4800 Prison Pizza for life. Fuck you. The Adventures of Pete and Kit, folks, is now available on YouTube for free. It's the all-time, old-fashioned classic about two brothers living in northern Idaho that just get into all kinds of fun and trouble. Tons of fun. It was written by Matthew and Kelly Cutler, official members of Prison Pit. Fuck me. And Patrick Cutler edited and produced it. The Adventures of Pete and Kit. More fucks and F words than you can imagine. Just search The Adventures of Pete and Kit on youtube.com or look up the Cutler Brothers production YouTube page. You'll find The Adventures of Pete and Kit there. It's really, really fucking funny. Das Fruit Improv Comedy, possibly the best and funniest improv comedy team on planet Earth, is looking for new bookings for the 2022 season. Go to dasfruit.com if you want to book the funniest fucking improv team on motherfucking planet Earth. Das Fruit. If it's not funny, then at least you'll get offended. What are we looking at here, Bob? Oh, nothing, Pete. Just the best fucking pizza you'll ever have in your entire fucking life. Prison Pizza, 406, 4 something something. I don't fucking care. Prison Pizza. Hi, I'm the local dentist here in Deer Lodge, Montana. There's a dick on my face, isn't there? Fuck Pat Cutler, he's nothing but a sexist piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Mad Dad, the family-friendly comedy that everyone sits around every Easter and watches. It was originally written by Kelly Cutler, directed and edited by Patrick Cutler, and stars Matthew Cutler, Martin Reinbold, who just got out of prison, and a couple other people. Mad Dad, a good old family-friendly comedy that can now be found on Amazon Prime. Search Mad Dad and you'll just laugh your fucking balls off. It also stars Prison City Podcast member Mahomes, who currently lives in Omaha, Nebraska. So let's go Cornhuskers, yeah! Ladies out there, I now present you a picture of God himself. Say one more fucking thing about Prison Pizza, and let's see what happens.
I understand there's no good segue from what he just said.
Just be professional, text me back whenever I message you, show me your tits.
Once again, there it goes.
This disease or that disease or aliens coming down and taking over.
No shit.
I got hot milk in my area wanting to bang.
Sexual experience.
No, you don't know Pat well enough. I can see how someone might be like, fuck this guy. Why is he saying that to me?
Oh no, she's out.
Gee, what the fuck?
But we are certainly not back on track.
No, you guys are acting like you couldn't hear a word I was saying.
He told me I shouldn't park in a handicapped spot, and that was his response.
Oh, then I think maybe I can't with you, man. You can't tell me that you're all pissed at someone when you hit him with that stuff.
And this all happened in 10 minutes? No wonder she got offended.
Did you just yes and that shit? Yes and?
They're so fucking worthless.
Welcome to the Prison City Podcast. When the bars go up, you're officially locked in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Prison City fucking podcast. We have a badass show here for you tonight. I cannot lie. Some of the things I'm about to say will probably shock our viewers at home, especially if you live in the Deer Lodge Valley area. It's going to be a crazy-ass show. I got knocked down from the flu for 4 straight days. I had a really bad stomach flu, so I've not been able to get back up over some shit that happened this weekend, and I've not been able to come back to my self and really defend myself. So I'm using this episode to do that. Let's just say at the premiere of Jesus Christ Superstar this weekend, some bizarre shit went down. I'm going to address that tonight, clear up any rumors once again. I don't like to start shows like this at all, having to clear up these bogus rumors about me. But here we are again, Mahone's clearing up some rumors. And I got some information on the War and Prison Pizza that I'm finally just not going to bite my fucking tongue on anymore. Just something came across my desk right before the show started. No one's seen that, and no one's seen some other show get released tonight. It's going to be an absolutely fucking crazy show because I don't think any people even on the show right now really know what I have in for them tonight. So with that said, Mahomes, how forward are you looking to what I have to share tonight?
I got to tell you, I have no idea what's coming. And that's I don't know if it's exciting or scary or a little of both. It sounds like maybe something less than holy happened at the premiere of Jesus Christ Superstar, so I'll be interested to hear that. And I found a new thing that made me laugh during the intro this week. It was just the random, I'm the local Deer Lodge dentist. Like, that's such a random throw in. So, very funny. I'm really probably just along for the ride like everyone else today, so... Pat, if this is like a therapy session, just know we're all here for you, man.
Awesome. Hey, good news so far. Good news. Martin Lai out of Winnipeg, Canada, has made the official start of the show here tonight, which is great to hear. Welcome on, Martin. Hope you enjoy everything. I'm sure the perspective from Winnipeg to Deer Lodge, Montana must be quite interesting.
Yeah, maybe I'll do my best to provide some color for Martin on who these people are the best I can.
So, Matt Cutler, welcome to the show tonight, man. It looks like you got pretty good internet finally. Got that figured out, right?
Don't curse it, man. Don't fucking curse it. I just want to say hi, Mom and Dad. Thanks for watching once again. I do know what happened at the Montana bar, or sorry, not at the Montana, at the Corner bar after Jesus Christ Superstar. I do know a little bit. I think we're in for a really big roller coaster, Mahoney, one where you get the incline and the really big fucking drop at the other end.
And Kelly, who the stomach thing I had got onto him, and he's really, really bad tonight. He's barely just sitting there in his chair. Might not make it through the whole show until he sees my breaking news night. I think that might excite him a little bit. But how you doing tonight, Kelly?
I'm good. Yeah, got Pat's flu, so really happy about that. Yesterday was my birthday, so that's quite the gift. So if I take off halfway through the show, just know that I'm shitting my brains out, and I want that image in everyone's head when you don't see me on screen of me shitting my brains out.
Man, that is kind of a cool gift that Pat gave you. Just like, hey, man, are you looking to shit your brains out? Well, test out a new toilet, perhaps?
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so I thought it was something I contracted from the Corner bar, and I was like the second night of the Jesus Christ Superstar screening. I was so like fucking shot. I was like sitting there in my chair, like sleeping through like half of it because I was like so dead, just like up and down. But the people around me were so loud and annoying that there are friends who couldn't shut the fuck up, like Tilly, that I had to like actually quiet them. But it's pretty bad. It knocked me out for 4 days, and it's one of those things, it hits everybody fucking differently. You never know how it's going to hit you. But are you ready for the breaking news of the night? Hit the studio right before I came on air. This has 100% to do with the War on Prison Pizza. If you have followed that, if anybody has watched this podcast, they probably know what that is by now. So here's the deal. There's a lot of people out there, just do a brief recap. There's a lot of people out there that have just been bashing this restaurant openly on Facebook for years. Since it opened, the day it opened, they were bashing. After it, it went on for several years. They were bashing it. It was just so ridiculous how negative they were openly, like publicly, openly on Facebook, just bashing the shit out of this restaurant. So that became a social trend in Deer Lodge of just bashing this restaurant. So I finally came along and just basically came out and said something about it just to bring light to it. It's like, yeah, you're a fucking loser if you're going to bash local business, because everybody is a loser in my opinion if you can do that. Just a loser thing to do. So here's what happened. This is where it took a twist, and because I don't like bashing local business, I'm not going to make it about this business at all. I'm really not. I'm going to make it about again, the bashing of prison pizza, finding any fucking way to bash prison pizza you have any chance at all, because these people are so fucking pathetic who do this. Essentially, a new business opened several weeks ago, and behind the scenes, they could have done any type of food in town that we don't have. So Deer Lodge doesn't have like hamburgers, we don't have like tacos, we don't have anything like that. They could have done anything at all, and they decided to do pizza, which is fine, but it's like you're kind of like, all right, I'll just cut the fucking shit here. So there's a local bank in town, and Prison Pizza has accounts at this local fucking bank in town. And this local bank they could be complete pricks about loaning money to fucking anybody at all. And people that work at this bank also go through people's accounts and gossip about the fucking accounts and their money.
Is this the local bank that's also constructing their new building on the former Pizza Hut site?
I don't know if it's that one or not. Oh yeah. One of these local banks is actually constructing their place on the pizza place that we actually fucking shut down. So like, it's so fucking annoying that like we work with them so much and they know our bank, and they had the prison pizza bank accounts there, and they go through our stuff all the time. They openly gossip about the shit to everybody in town, and then someone who has a relative at the fucking bank automatically gets a loan to open up another bowling alley / pizza restaurant in town. So it's like, does that not sound just a little bit fucking corrupt to you, Kelly?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't know all the twists and turns, but on the surface, and because it's was done in such a quiet, hush manner where nobody really knew that they were going to do pizza, there was rumors and stuff like that. And again, like I say this, if they're in Chicago or New York or something like that, or even fucking Missoula, then who cares? But how small Deer Lodge is with the inner circles of Deer Lodge, that's a big no. You can't fucking do that, you know? And again, we don't want to bash any businesses because that's the point of the war on prison pizza, but it is, in my opinion, kind of shady as shit. And I talked to them at this dinner we went to about a month ago or so. Went to this dinner and I had a couple drinks. I went up and just said, "Hey, how's the bowling alley coming along?" And "Oh, it's good." And I'm like, "That's so awesome. You guys are going to have that place for kids and things like that." And there was no mention whatsoever about pizza or whatever. So again, if it's a bigger city, totally get it. Who gives a shit, because you have the population to support it. But in Deer Lodge, it's just a direct, like, we think we can do better.
Yeah, what do you think about that? Well, they have access to your accounts and everything, and they make it really hard. And then a relative from that bank gets a loan automatically approved to compete with the accounts that you have at their bank. Does that sound like even a legal thing to do in a small town?
It's it definitely is like some small town stuff, you know, like that's kind of I don't love the optics on it. Obviously I don't know the whole thing, but I think to Kelly's point, it feels like they could have, I mean, I guess, you know, like bowling and pizza, but it could have been like a wing joint. It could have been a bunch of different things. I think it's a little weird that someone that already has like banking business with kind of the only pizza joint in town would fund another one, just because logically I grew up there. That doesn't seem like two pizza places could coexist super well. I mean, I guess we had Spanky's and Pizza Hut for a long time, but it didn't really last forever. So,
and just so everyone knows, this is not sour grapes on our part, because we don't even know. We just sold Prison Pizza last week, you know, so Prison Pizza is completely sold. This is just us defending who bought Prison Pizza, who's kind of getting the shaft on this shit. And back to the Spanky's Pizza Hut thing, you know, it's just like when we opened Prison Pizza. Well, yeah, you open a pizza place on top of a pizza place, but that Pizza Hut's a fucking corporation. This is like completely in a different ballpark than a local business competing against a local business, you know?
Yeah, just again, like reiterate, I said, you have our bank accounts. There's people at this bank that gossip about our bank accounts all the time with other people around town, because we hear about it all the time. And then they know we have a pizza and we have accounts with them, and they make it hard to get loans with them. And yet they give out a loan to a relative to open a similar pizza restaurant when they already have is that not just a slight conflict of interest, Matt?
Yeah, no, I think that's totally I totally agree with you on that. like Kelly was saying, go back to what he was saying. Yeah, Pizza Hut's a major corporation, so it's like that's like opening a burger joint here and having to compete with McDonald's. There's really no, you can't equalize it, I guess. But yeah, I would definitely say that they sprung up business pretty damn quick. You know, when I know it's a lot tougher to do that. You know, when we started a business, it's a lot tougher because you're watching every fucking dollar going in and out. So.
I mean, but how fucking tough can it be when you have access to your competitors' bank accounts and you get a fucking free loan from the bank with probably the lowest interest rate in history without any fucking questions asked? How fucking tough can that be?
Yeah, just say, well, that's kind of what I was saying, where it's like if you do it, I don't know, the way where you're depending on every dollar that comes in. It's like, well, shit, if you build a bunch and add a bunch, you're going to have to pay that back eventually. And that happened very quick, I will say.
Well, and that's an angle, Pat, that I never thought about. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, they have access. And, you know, if I want to know how much I got in my account, I just got to go, you know, see someone at the bar and be like, how much we got in that account over there?
Well,
but in all honesty, when you can watch for 3.5, 4 years, all this money trickling in, and you have a good grasp on exactly how business is doing, every credit card, every cash sale, everything went through that particular bank. Now, I will say that the current Prison Pizza doesn't hold their accounts there, but still, when you have basically a blueprint that you weren't given freely, you know, that you've looked at for the last 3.5, 4 years, to go, holy shit, these guys are doing pretty fucking well, then yeah, it's just a little bit shady all around.
So yeah, I would say, like, as we talk about this, like, and the reason I'm talking about this tonight, there was something that kind of unhitched the wagon on this here that happened to me right before the show. And it still goes back to, like, people freely bash Prison Pizza, like I said, for years on end, openly on Facebook, like it was a big, cool, social thing to do in this town, which is a fucking terrible thing to do to any small business. And as soon as this place opens, it's like 110% fully positive reviews, 100% positive reviews. Everyone taking pictures of themselves eating the pizza. Like everyone, you can't tell me they're just doing that because they're happy that the business is massively, you know, not massively, so but that a new business is in town. It's like a lot of them are like purely fucking doing that just to rub it in Prison Pizza's face and say, "Oh, look at this. This is what good pizza looks like." I mean, it's fake beyond fake. This is what you call fake beyond fake beyond fake. It's like when you celebrate someone else's success just to rub it in another small business's face. And that is exactly what I came across tonight. So not only that, they got, you know, all these things built up. They got fake ass reviews from people that are super fucking fake who bash Prison Pizza openly, are just fucking sucking these guys' cocks now over their fucking pizza. But I had this sent to me today, and after I had this sent to me, I was like, all right, I'm done. For the record, this is fucking public. This is on Facebook. This is 110% public. There's nothing wrong about me sharing something that's 110% posted on Facebook publicly. Here you go. And that's not so much about the picture, but it's just the comment section confirms every fucking thing I've just been saying. Check that out. So this is them eating. This is the people that started the Boycott and Prison Pizza that like block all of us on Facebook. And there's the openly post like, "Hey, look at us! We're eating the new pizza. It's so fucking awesome!" And then you have the comment below. So, and this is one of Kelly's best friends. You starting this shit again? You're going to make Kelly upset again. So clearly they know what the fuck they're doing. Like they're clearly continuing trying to like push this at us like constantly. It's like, quit fucking talking shit for 2 seconds.
Like 100% they are.
110%. Yeah. What do you think about that, man?
I think you hit it on the nail there, man. Like you, yeah, it's clearly just rubbing it in people's face. But at the same time, I don't think I'm friends with any of those people because they either defriended me for whatever reason. So we can't see that shit. So what's it matter? You know, ignorance is bliss.
And I'm assuming they don't know you don't own Prison Pizza anymore. So really, that would be like making fun of me for I sold my pickup like 13 years ago. Like, Look, you're driving around in this pickup, you loser. It's like, okay, it's not mine.
Well, look, we're not here to brag or anything, but we did start a business for 4 years and turn around and sold it. So we're sitting pretty right now. But that's why this shit really doesn't. It's shitty. It's really shitty to Pat's points. But for me, I'm just like, it just makes me feel shitty to even think about it or worry about it. I'm like, they are so far beneath like our goals and dreams and stuff. So I really don't give a fuck. And yeah, I feel like it's good to defend stuff, but I also feel like, there's a time to just be like, fuck this shit. It's not even worth it because that's just a shitty comment, a shitty atmosphere. And we actually came out the victor, in my opinion. But you do also want to defend who we sold the business to because you want them to succeed as well.
Yeah, I just want to point out tonight, like, how fucking fake it is. That's just so fucking fake.
I like how they say you're going to offend Kelly again or whatever it said. I was like, Pat's the head honcho, the leader of the 300 pack on the War of Prison Pizza.
Yeah, and again, like, I agree with, like, if nobody sent me that, I wouldn't have even seen it. I don't get on Facebook at all. I don't read the comments. But again, the War on Prison Pizza started because people were sending me shit. And I was like, okay, this is enough. That's enough. But yeah, it's turning this whole other thing. And I think what they want me to do is come out publicly and bash this other business. And I'm just not going to bash. I'm going to tell the truth about them, but I'm not going to bash them because they make good pizza. It's if you want me to rate their pizza like on the show, I'd say it's like bar pizza. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like Pizza Hut, but it's like above, like it's not original. It's like the crust is like pre-made. The sauce is not original. The toppings
it's like the Hofbrau pizza. If you ever had the Hofbrau pizza, it kind of tastes like that a little bit.
So it's it's not a bad. I'm not gonna sit there and say it's a bad pizza. They have their business model, which is a very logical business model, is that to make it a simple chain type pizza that you make as fast as possible and get out to people as fast as possible. Which there's definitely people in this town that want that. Is it as good as an original style, original sauce, all these things like prison pizza? No, it's not even fucking close. But is it a good solid pizza? Sure, yeah, it fits it. It's just the way they, like Kelly said, the way they went about it and the way people are going about it is like so phony and fake and stuff. But at the end of the day,
the guy that commented on there, Mr. Cease, him and I have been best friends for years. I called him a ignorant fuck back in like 2017 or 18. So I can bury the hatchet there too. We went on a vacation. We were down in.
It sounds like you're burying the hatchet.
sounds like you're kind of digging it back up again. Hold the hatchet.
It was like a tiny road trip.
He drew first blood. Like, he made that comment on there, which I had nothing to do with. So fuck him. But we went to the Utah Jazz game. And he just wrote on there, I like how you guys are partying and you can't even fix the roof of your theater. What people don't understand is we have a lot of irons in the fire, and the theater is just one of them. And Rising Star Academy is a not-for-profit entity that has its own board, its own bylaws and decision-making processes. So you can't – that's how ignorant they are when you do nothing with your life and you just work, one job forever. You think that, it's just this easy where people can just stick their hand in the coffers of whatever entity they want. But it's like, no, you can't. And, I make my own personal money. And guess what? We've said this 100,000 times. If you want to go to a Jazz game and you actually do all the math, it's probably going to cost you $200 a person tops to get down there, and most of that will be gas because Jazz tickets, the year we went, were like $20 a piece. But anyways, I am burying the hatchet because I never really said anything besides calling him an ignorant bastard or whatever online, and that was 4 or 5 years ago when I still got a little bit more upset when I saw stuff like that. Now it's just a fucking joke to me. It's just there's good people, there's high thinking people, high level thinkers, and then there's not, and you just got to separate the wheat from the chaff.
And that's why I stay off Facebook. I literally spend almost no time besides promoting stuff that we're working on. I spend practically no time on Facebook, like none. But when people send me stuff and it's just like there's other stuff behind it, I'm kind of like tonight was a good night just to talk about everything. But it's like I'm not going to continue on with the War on Prison Pizza because there's too many fucking degenerate losers that would like get offended on Facebook and be like, he's saying prison pizza might be better than your pizza, so we can't have that. Oh no!
So somebody sent you that?
Yeah.
Like a friend of yours or what?
I'm not going to announce the person's name over here, but I'll announce it.
No, but just like a friend or someone.
Yeah, a friend sent me that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's really interesting in small town politics, and I think the inner circle here only matters to us that live here. But you really got to try not to, as Uncle Tony says, get sucked into the vortex of loserdom, because there's so much more out there in the world than Deer Lodge. Although Deer Lodge is extremely interesting, you really got to avoid shit like that, because most people are very small thinkers.
No, the world revolves around Deer Lodge. You forgot.
This is this is how I would describe Deer Lodge, Montana. For anybody's watch, Deer Lodge is like a capsule of the West in some sense, where it's like the West. I'm going to be just point blank honest with you. The West isn't really that friendly. I've been out east. I've been way up north in Alaska, and the West for me is by far the least friendly part of the entire fucking country. By far, it's not even fucking close. And what happens is people are so spread out and so disconnected in a lot of these communities that half the people you beat might be like the nicest, friendliest people alive. And like the other 50% of the people you meet in like a town like Deer Lodge, like fucking want to kill themselves. Like it's really that lopsided. Not 50-50, but it's like there's a lot of people that you walk into a store like in Deer Lodge that like you walk in front of people, and there's a lot of people that would just have like the resting like I just murdered my wife and I hate myself. Like walking around like like when I go to the store, I smile and laugh as loud as possible. I walk in the store.
Like you're the Joker or something. The second the doors open. he's walking in there by himself. He's got no one telling him a joke. He just
he hands him a card that says, "I have a condition."
Yeah.
They're like, Pat, why are you laughing over there by the cantaloupes? He's like, you wouldn't get it.
But yeah, it depends. It depends also on your mood. But if you're in a good mood, you tend to bump into friendly people. It's just weird though. Like to me, it's just like I bumped into someone I know that's like older, or whatever. And there's like, but I was like, hey, I fucking hate myself.
you know it's funny too, like the bigger that we get in life, like if we became like super fucking popular, like we were Warner Brothers, Cutler Brothers was Warner Brothers, the people that would hate us the most is fucking Deer Lodge. Like hands down. It's true. Like they will support anything and everything. We joke about the spaghetti feeds and stuff, which usually go to good causes, but they will support anything before they support our shit. Like we could say, hey, we just won a Golden Globe. Oh, really?
Well, that's funny you mentioned that, but we're doing a spaghetti feed at the Elks tonight for 3 horseshoes. And, out at the Reestead Ranch, they really need 3 horseshoes.
Yeah,
but
so
it's good though. It keeps you humble, It's like that's how I look at Deer Lodge. I'm like, you know what? If I was like a freaking Johnny Depp or something, who's trending right now, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else. You know, people coming up in Miami, can I have your fucking autograph? You just see someone in Deer Lodge. Hey, fuck you. Like, nice seeing you too, father.
I'd say, like, if you're successful, though, and this is the cool thing about Deer Lodge, I do like, if you're successful in general, people are going to really like, there are people that really, really hate you, and they're going to have, like, diehard fucking fans. And there's always going to be diehard fucking fans of this. They might not come to, like, every production or whatever. There's always going to be diehard fans, no matter what you do or say. And that's why I always say, like, you're worried about offending somebody. Like, don't worry about those people that get offended by something you post on Facebook. They're not coming to your shit anyways. Like, fucking, like.
Well, my estimates after 20 years is that there are, and maybe there's more, give or take, but there are 100 diehard Cutler Brother fans in Deer Lodge. Outside of that, we only exist because of Anaconda Butte, tourism, Missoula, Helena, which I guess is really good news for us, because I've always said if Deer Lodge became a ghost town, Cutler Brothers would be the only thing standing, because most of our customers aren't from Deer Lodge. But I bet you 100, maybe 150 just die-hard supporters. Other than that, some people don't even know we exist in this town.
Oh yeah, he had some of the dumbest questions about like, is that a theater?
Yeah, or so you guys got a music thing this weekend. Oh, I got to get down there. I've never been in there. We've been open for 30 fucking years.
Oh, you go to like that city chamber of commerce events. They'll honor everybody except for us.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jeez.
And little Leslie, she was able to plant 3 flowers this year for her business of the year.
I don't think Cutler Brothers and I don't think we've ever even been nominated for like an award at the chamber banquet.
And what's crazy to think is every year they have best local production, and it always goes to the high schoolers.
Well, even when we did own Prison Pizza, man, we still weren't. I don't know. It's just this town is very fucking humbling, and I love this town. Don't get me wrong. I really do love this town and a lot of the people, but they just don't. They just don't like their Cutler Brothers, man. I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah, no, it's up and down, and especially the dynamics, the population going down a lot, and all these different things. So I think it's a great place to live. So, like you said, one of the best parts is like, when we are fucking like on TV everywhere and doing films, and which is right around the corner, you could still in Deer Lodge, I could still walk into like fucking Town Pump and not be like harassed for like 27 people. Oh, look who it is! It's so and so. Like that aspect of it's really fucking appealing to me.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
I think other celebrities want to walk in, just be noticed constantly. It's like, man, I fucking want to walk in, do my groceries, leave, not talk to a fucking soul the entire time.
You walk into Town Pump and like the second person you'd see would be like, "Hey, saw your movie, fucking sucked."
That'd be like the first time you walk into Town Pump in Deer Lodge, you'd be like, "Hey, saw your movie, want to do some meth?"
Yeah, shit. So anyways, on to the main topic of the show, whereas this is where things are going to get a little creepy.
Creepy.
Jesus.
At least that's what she was calling me Friday night. So, like, again, talking about like something you like, people understand like how much time and energy and everything else you spent on Jesus Christ Superstar. Which, Mahomes, remind me right now, you want me to share Jesus Christ Superstar with you?
Yeah,
I forgot.
I thought we already covered that. I waited all day Easter Sunday to watch it on Easter Sunday with my family.
Yeah, that irritated me. I before I got fucking sick, I intended on sending it. It just takes like 20 hours to like load this thing up. I'm just thrilled based on our episode last week that you were able to get it up on the screen. Oh god, yeah, that's a whole other story. Yeah, so at the last second, we're talking the last episode, and again, this is taking over 2 years to make, so it's like there's so much time put into it. Don't think anybody, because everybody, including myself, everyone on this panel watches Netflix and everything all the time, and you're like, oh, whatever. I don't think anybody understands how much fucking time for like a handful of people to put together like that big of a fucking production is super, super, super fucking hard, and I don't think anybody realized how much went into that. So like, we were kind of disappointed with the overall attendance, But anyways, we didn't have Blu-rays. Eventually, what happened was they were able to take a computer and plug in the projector, which good, because otherwise we were looking at some bad options there. But yeah, so basically, it's the premiere of a film that I've personally slaved over pretty much for like 2 fucking years, off and on, trying to figure it out. Working with Kelly, working with Matt, and working with everybody, just trying to figure this shit out. So, syncing up a bunch of lyrics individually, thousands of vocal tracks. Video that's shot out of order, all this shit. It's so fucking hard. You have no idea how hard that is, especially as someone who's worked at editing a long, long time. This is one of the hardest fucking technical projects I've ever done in my life. And so, yeah, with all that said, I finally have the big premiere here. It's going up at 8 p.m. Friday night, and Friday at 2 p.m. I start drinking.
It's not even like Friday at 7:30. It's 6 hours before the premiere.
So this latest Boycott Pat Cutler story is probably not going to hold a lot of weight.
Yeah, no, that's not a good start for sure.
Oh God, I had to drink my way through editing, and I was just like, I just need to. No one's
I think that's
watching.
why we got sick. Honestly, Pat, I was reading about dehydration and shit, and so we hit it hard during Jesus Christ Superstar, and then on Monday, the day before my birthday, Marissa took me to dinner in Butte, and I drank like so much fucking wine. Next day, I wake up, my birthday, and I drink a giant cup of coffee. It's like your body eventually just says, fuck it. You're going to sleep for 24 hours, you cocksucker.
Yeah, so I wasn't drinking beer. I was drinking wine, which is a bad idea at 2:00 when the premiere's in 6 hours.
Yeah, that's hard to argue with. Yeah.
He wasn't drinking it. He was chugging it.
Jeez.
Yeah, so anyways, we get to the premiere. I've already had 8 drinks in me. And Matt shows up to the premiere with a whole half-gallon bottle of the Kraken.
I totally did too. It was awesome.
I forgot about that one.
Oh shit! Never mind. Not 8. What do we have at the Montana? Oh, I was more like 10. We had 2 at the Montana board before we went in. So I'm 10 drinks in.
So you're 10 drinks in. You're barely conscious at this point.
Hey, he's drooling all over himself. He's like, I just want to get on here this week and defend myself. I remember what happened. So Pat's right. Matt brings this big bottle of Kraken, and I don't know when I started drinking, but you got this movie that you made, and you're all excited for it. So I buy this large Coke, I tell Marissa to take a couple swigs, so I can pour some whiskey into it. So I probably poured no less than 8 to 10 shots in my Coke. So I was like, I'm going to make one Coke. It's going to be a good one because I'm going to enjoy this movie. But then by the end of the movie, I was just drinking straight Kraken. And yeah, that was not a recipe for success.
So I'm like, that was a terrible idea.
That was a terrible idea. But at least I went home, Pat.
Well,
He's got you there.
So I want to continue my story of how a werewolf kicked me out of the bar.
So for the record, really quick, that bottle of Kraken was gone by the end of our hour-and-a-half movie.
And that was pretty much just me, Pat, and Matt.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cutler brothers got to celebrate their big production. No time like then to release the Kraken for Jesus Christ.
Hey, Mahoney, I took a shot for every person that came to watch our movie that night.
We should have a drink tracker on this where we're all at during the day. Doot, 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 doot.
Yeah.
And at the very top is like death. So yeah, unlike Kelly, I guarantee I did not drink as much as Kelly because I was already pretty buzzed, obviously. But I probably maybe 2 or 3 shots in mine. To tell you the truth, you can't really tell when you're pouring in the dark, I guess, though.
No, you're just pouring and
yeah, he's like 2 or 3 shots. All I heard from Pat's cup was gulp, 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 gulp.
Oh, God will cut me off.
I'm like, you got a milk jug of whiskey over there? Gulp, gulp.
God, so man, my initial estimates after the show, I was at 11 drinks. Now looking back at it, I might have been like 13, 14, 15 drinks by the time the show got out.
Yeah,
by
probably.
the time the show gets out, not by the end of the night. By the time the show gets out.
God, I really miscalculated that. No wonder I was sick for 4 days. So we get out and we're just feeling great. Yeah, everyone's feeling pretty good, and they're just like, hey, let's just have one drink at the Montana. Well, before you can even say that, Jano, my good buddy who I always like hang with, pops out of the Montana bar. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, oh. And like I hang out with him a lot until Tilly shows up. And we we go to Montana. Let's just say that it doesn't quite turn into one drink at the Montana. I'll be honest though, at the Montana, I was not drinking very hard. I was like, if someone offered to buy me a drink, I'd have it. But I was like, I don't think I was drinking that hard. Of course, it's kind of hard to remember. 15 drinks in, I don't have the best memory of that night.
So this is why I left Mahoney. I was talking. We took Josh Pentland over there, right? And he doesn't drink, but we're like, "You're coming to have a drink with us." So he ended up having 2 drinks, and then, do you know who Kelly Ronimos is, or Jackie Ronimos, I guess?
Yeah,
the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had about a half an hour long conversation with her, and she was making complete sense. And that's when I was like, I gotta go home. So we call it the witching hour, midnight. So Matt and I know better, and so does Pat. But we're like, hey, witching hour, gotta get out of here.
You have to get out of there by midnight.
Matt, what'd you say my last words were to you when you guys left?
You were like, Steve Madden.
Oh, fuck. I think we offered to take you home with us. Then, like, you opened up the bar and said something like, I'm fucking back or something, and you left. So I was like, okay, because I thought you were ready to go home, but something like that.
He said the trio of death is back together, and that's when I knew his night was not going to end well.
That's what it was.
Well, at least you called your shot.
So, Mahogany, the trio of death is Tilly, Pat, and Janel, if you can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine. Probably not a lot of great shit comes from that. If memory serves, that is the trio of death that went to the high school kegger.
Hey, we were just dropping off his sister at the time.
So Pat, Tilly, and Janel in the Montana bar. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised to hear there's a story where things didn't go well.
That's fucking funny. So should we even continue this story? That's fun.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Oh wait, there's more.
I mean, I haven't really I've had bits and pieces, so I just want to know, I guess, to the best of your recollection, what happened. Did you get kicked out of the bar? Like, were you like?
So
piece it together for us.
So when we first show up, the very second that we walk in there, and this is the problem that I had. If it was just me, Kelly, and Matt, the night goes fine. I leave with Kelly and Matt because I'm not, when you're like, I have drinker's awareness where I know if I don't have someone to cover my back and I'm in that state, I'm not going to be there by myself, like a sixth sense kind of. I would have left with them, honestly. But when I showed up and Jane was there and Tilly was there, and I hung with Tilly and Jane a bunch, and they're fucking trustworthy guys to hang out with you drinking and stuff. They're not going to fucking leave you in like a gutter or something like that. So I was like, oh, this is going to be a shitload of fun. So the problem was also that there's this girl, and she's well, quite honest, I'll be honest with you. There's all kinds of crazy stories about this person, and she makes really crazy TikToks, and part of it really is because I'm into like fucking social media marketing TikToks. I look and she's like thousands of followers and stuff. Okay, Kelly, I'm getting into this girl's mentioned on our pod. When I met this girl, she's really cool. She's crazy. Well, she's a really nice girl.
I thought we lost Kelly there for a second. I was worried.
No,
Kelly was
actually,
puking or something.
When his screen went off, I was about to say, this is the visual of him shitting his pants we're all supposed to have.
No, I accidentally left, so sorry.
So, there's a lot of crazy stories, and she puts crazy stories on her TikTok. Like one of the stories I remember she posted like last week sometime was her just getting out of jail that morning, and she said she wasn't guilty. So I thought she'd be cool to hang out with that night.
That's like the night So she got out of jail that morning. You're hanging out with her that night.
Yeah, maybe not the same. Pretty close.
Okay.
So on her Snapchat's actually called. I'll just say her name. It's Tara motherfucking Ward. I was like, oh, that's really cool. So I put a Snapchat of Boycott Pat Cutler meets Tara motherfucking Ward. What could go wrong? Which is me telling the universe, let's see what can go wrong here.
Yeah, that's it. Sounds like you tested it.
Yes, that's 10 o'clock, and we were talking for a while, And again, we're not. It's like we're not hanging out by ourselves. It's like we're all in a group, and I'll talk to her for a bit. I'll talk to Tilly for a bit. I'll talk to Jane for a bit. I'll talk to whoever for a little bit. But we were hanging out for a while or whatever. And again, the state I was in. But I thought, everything was. We're gonna see where this is all gonna go. Who can win this matchup between me and her? Who can go more crazy? The back of my mind, but on the surface, yeah, on the surface, everybody was having fun. Like everybody, and again, I'm really gone at this point. Everybody's having fun. I'm going between the Montana and the corner, and again, it's. I actually had pretty good memory that night, to tell you the truth. I don't remember exactly how the incident started. Believe it or not, I actually remember most of the conversations I had and things we talked about and stuff like that. Like I don't remember every detail, but like yeah, it was honestly a pretty fun night. And then 1:30 a.m. hits, and this is where I made my first mistake. Again, you're not thinking when you're that drunk on it. But again, I slowed way the fuck down when I got to the Montana. I was like, if someone wanted to buy me a drink, I was like, okay, I'll have one.
This is where I made my first mistake.
Yeah.
He was drinking at 2:00.
So I've been drinking for 12 hours.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So I left. People do this, and I shouldn't have fucking done it. But people go between. There's these two bars in Durham. One's called the Corner, it's literally on the corner, and one is called the Montana. Montana is about halfway down the block, so they're not very far apart. So a lot of people will just go between the two bars and see, oh, who's it here? Who's there? Typically, when like we go out, me, Matt, and Kelly, we're just like and with Tilly and stuff, we'll just stay at like one. We'll just stay at the Montana. The Montana, although I crack a bunch of jokes at it, I fucking know everybody there, and it's the lighting's like the lighting's like way more clear. Like it's pretty clear lighting. They redid the floors. You can see everything. The corner is more darker lighting. Kind of that darker vibe a little bit, way more random people just walk through the corner and stuff. You never know exactly who's gonna walk in the corner bar, and it's sometimes it's a mix of like a young crowd, and then sometimes it's like fucking ranchers, like sometimes people from like work up at the hill at Rock Creek Cattle Company. So the corner is really much more of a mixed crowd. That's why I prefer the Montana, because I know everybody there, and if anyone wants to walk into my territory and mess with me, I got plenty of people that are gonna like back you up. My territory as well.
I never thought the Montana bar would become our territory too. It's so weird. Because like growing in my 20s, I hung out at the corner all the time, but then the Montana just seems like it's so much more low key or some shit. Like, I don't know. I just think that's our second home.
But yeah, so I was just like, somehow, some way, me, Tilly, Janel, Tara end up over at the corner. Because she likes to go back and forth. Janel likes to do the back, and Tilly doesn't really give a fuck. We ended up at the corner. You walk in this long bar. So you walk in from the corner, and you're greeted by a bar right at the front, and it goes all the way back to about the middle of the whole area. And so the corner, like the Montana's fucking popping. The corner, there's like jack shit going on. Like 5, 6, 7 people there, something like that. There's like nothing happened. And this time, again, for the premiere of Jesus Christ Superstar, we all wore tuxedos, right? So I'm wearing like a fucking tuxedo. Like I might be wasted, but I'm a pretty fucking harmless guy at this. I'm wasted, but I'm not gonna we're all having fucking fun. This is my biggest problem. Is like I know enough to where I'm at, and we're all having fucking fun. And like when it's 1:30 a.m., you're gonna accidentally bump into somebody if you're drunk or whatever. And
or puke on someone.
Yeah, or whatever.
Or like potentially like turn around and hit the lady carrying drinks. We've all been there.
So they tell me.
But it's like, this is 1:30 a.m. At the bar. Do you expecting people to be sober? It's just like, it was so fucking annoying what I'm going to say happened next. So anyways, here's how, after I replayed in my mind for the last 4 days being sick, here's pretty much what happened. There's this girl in town that she's like, I couldn't tell because if she was a man or a woman or what she was exactly. Like I couldn't tell. I thought she was a guy because I've seen her before, and she's friends with this Terra girl that I was hanging out with, and I thought it was a guy. I thought it was that's her guy friend or whatever. So that's just the description of the person. So I really didn't know exactly what it was. They, them, whatever. I'm just being honest with you.
And she has like super short hair now, right?
Yeah.
Or he, whatever.
Yeah, whatever the correct pronoun is, and my thing was we're all super wasted. We're all having a shitload of fun, and you're always gonna get that one angry person at the bar. And I'll tell you this, I don't think I've ever been in a fight with a guy at a bar, to tell you the truth. It's always some girl that just gets fucking pissed for no reason. And a lot of girls go into bars, and this is unfortunate. They go into bars and they think they have this privilege to just fucking go off on any guy they want to, and that's just their fucking privilege. Like, a lot of girls do that. And this person who clearly isn't happy with their life just felt like that was their privilege. Like, she just starts calling me, like, out of nowhere. Like, I don't think she wanted me hanging around her friend Tara. That's what I think the problem was. Like, she just starts calling me all these names, saying I'm a creeper and all these. She's like, first of all, I think she just said, like, you quit being a creeper. All this. It's like, fuck you. Like, you're drunk. And then she, like, fucking just freaked the fuck out on me for no reason. Like, freaked the fuck, like, trying to attack me and shit. I'm not even fucking joking. Like, Tilly could back me up. So Tilly's taking me and just pushed me to the bar. And I'm saying all kinds of shit back to her finally. But, like, she was being, this fucking thing, this werewolf. You don't get any fucking sympathy for me if you're going to act like that. Like, you don't fucking act like that. Like, it's 1:30. You want people not to be drunk. But I think she was just jealous I was hanging around with Tara, and she really likes fucking Tara. That's, I think, what her fucking problem was. So she just fucking starts attacking me out of nowhere. And Tilly basically pushes me all the way back. I'm yelling. The only thing I remember, the last words I'll never forget, I was like, I just screamed at the top of my lungs. So at the corner bar, there's one area, the area, like I said, where they're hanging out, the very far area. I got pushed to the very front of the bar, right next to the door. And I was like, okay, I'm going out, so I might as well get my last word in. I just yelled I literally yelled at my top of the lungs, "You have no idea who you're fucking with." And then I left.
So, like, if they don't know you well enough, that comes off as like a thinly veiled death threat. You know what I mean?
You have no idea who you're fucking with.
I run this town.
Well,
you could be gone tomorrow and no one would say a fucking thing to me.
I don't know if it's true, Pat, but I heard you drop some homophobic slurs, if you will. But the funny thing is that, and I don't know if that's true, but the funny thing is my wife Marissa and I actually watch like Tara's is it Snapchat that she's on?
Yeah.
So we watch it all the time because she's actually really fucking entertaining. It's like an episode of Maury or whatnot. And today she dropped a couple homophobic slurs. So I was like, well, if that's what actually pissed them off or whatever you're calling that thing, then then that's hypocritical, because here's her best friend or whatever, her friend, saying this on the Snapchat, which I don't give a shit. I'm all about freedom of speech and shit. I just thought that was kind of funny. I just saw that today.
Yeah, and that I don't think that was what pissed her off. I think she was just pissed off that I was close to Tara. It was just a fucking weird situation. It was just the whole thing pissed me off because, like, we're all having fun. Nobody's in an angry mood. We're all having a good time. And this fucking thing just attacks us. I say that as Angel Wings. Thanks for coming in.
Hey.
Big
Angel
shout out.
Wings.
Yeah. So,
man, that's like our numbers are popping today.
Yeah.
Got a lot of people jumping in.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is, Mahoney? I left out one small, tiny detail.
God.
I'm not surprised to hear that.
You think that I just left that like that and just said, all right, I'm done. I'm going home. I'm drunk.
I'm going to guess not. So you'd been drinking for 12 hours. It's well past bedtime. And if you it doesn't seem like your last words are you have no idea who you're dealing with. That feels like you say that, you go outside, catch your breath, and you're like, actually, I got a couple more things to say. So knowing you the way I do, I'm not surprised to hear that.
Yeah, except I didn't say him there. I said him somewhere else. So here's the story. Tilly takes me home in his vehicle or whatever, drops me off. And it was good. It was good to have him there to just take me out. Like, that's a stupid situation to be in. That's why you have people, like I said, friends at the bar. He takes me home, drops me off, and I'm just sitting there trying to wind down, have a nice quiet night. I was just like, I was so fucking pissed about like being removed from the bar with Tilly removed me or whatever. I mean, I don't know if you can call that kicked out of the bar, but it certainly feels like I don't know if the bartender gave a shit. I don't even know if the bartender said anything at all.
I love how you say that shit after a long night. You get home after all that shit. I just want to have a quiet night.
I just want to have like 3 or 4 more drinks by myself and just call it a night.
So no, I was fucking done drinking a long time ago when I kept drinking. So I mean, at the bar, at the house. No, I was drinking water, maybe. So there's some videos that went out that night.
Oh no.
I just got right on TikTok and just started saying whatever I felt like.
Oh, brother.
I made 2 videos after that incident, completely fucking shit-faced, that were, might say, borderline psychotic.
Oh, well, at least you posted them, like just at least they weren't Snapchats that you could like delete from internet history. At least you posted right on TikTok where they can live forever. That's cool.
Yeah, the problem with fucking TikTok, and I wasn't thinking when I did this, is that like anybody, like I can go on TikTok right now and anything you post, like I can fucking download immediately to my phone if I like it. Do you guys know that part of that feature?
I don't know much about TikTok, but I know that's probably not the best place to have like a rant post getting kicked out of a bar.
Yeah, I'm not on TikTok either. So
me and her, we follow each other on TikTok or whatever. It's kind of funny because she does crazy stuff and I try to follow up with crazy stuff, and it's just
you were the thing. You and the thing, or the other one?
No, I don't know. I don't know that. Me and that thing are getting married next week.
Oh, was that what the witch doctor was talking about or whatever? Like, this is your voodoo. This was your one.
So I went to bed at like 2:30. So how TikTok works is when you first post something, it doesn't push it out to very many people. Like few people see it, but when it's posted, it's like it gains momentum. Like when it's posted over like 24 hours, a lot of people start seeing or whatever, and it'll gain more and more momentum. Sometimes you post something and like 3 or 4 hours later it has a bunch of views, like hundreds of views. So I post these 2 videos at a time where nobody would watch them, but TikTok wouldn't be showing them to anybody anyways. Well, I fell asleep at 2:30. I didn't wake up till almost noon.
Oh boy.
So I went on there, didn't look at the comments. Didn't look at the comments or anything. I just immediately went on my profile and just fucking deleted both videos instantly. Didn't look at anything. But they'd already been up for fucking like 8 straight hours. Over 8 straight hours. Like 9, almost 10 straight hours.
Yeah, that's not great.
So I guess
I didn't see him.
What?
I said I'm surprised I didn't see him, but then again, I feel like I haven't been on TikTok in a while.
If you were waking up at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning to go to work and just get up early and those videos hit your fucking feed, oh dear Lord. And unfortunately, I already talked to someone tonight that already watched them. I'll just say her name's Jackie. Not Ronimos, but I'll just say her last name back. She didn't think they were too bad, so I was like, okay. Well, here's the question. I ended up, I deleted them because they saved your phone. I deleted them, then I resurrected my phone. Do you guys want to see the videos on this show live tonight?
Yes.
My thing is, people have already fucking saved them. So it's like,
how bad are they about to be? I guess is the question.
Here's the only thing that's bad. Like the only thing I regret is that when you name us, I don't like naming. Like you shouldn't name like a specific person when you're in that big of like a thing. I was confused at the time. I didn't know what the fucking deal was, and so I kind of blamed this girl I was hanging out with and not this thing that attacked me. I don't know. I was just
Pat, if you're confused, man, you should probably talk to someone.
And that's Matt. That's what he did. It was what he did is he talked to his phone and put it out there for the entire universe to see.
And we have it live here. We're showing it all night.
So I'd say I don't say anything like it's like baseline cussing. It's not anything like
There's no racial slurs.
there's nothing like crazy like that. It just looks really fucking creepy as fuck.
Okay. What has there before you show them? Has there been like significant blowback from these? Have you had to like apologize to anyone?
What's her face? I sent probably fucking stupid ass messages to what's her face on like Snapchat. Then I blocked her. She blocked me, and we blocked each other. And now we're not friends on Snapchat anymore, which is cool. Probably shouldn't be, but we're currently still friends on TikTok or whatever. But yeah, the videos I made, I don't think she fucking cares because she's trust me, that's the last thing on her plate that she has to worry about. But yeah, I haven't heard anything because I want to delete them, so I haven't heard anything yet. But my thing is like people probably save them for a rainy day, so it's like, why not get this rainy day out of the way right now live?
You're preemptively doing this to yourself.
I was just saying, Pat, I'd say I normally get your Snapchats, and some of those could be funny as shit. I'm not on TikTok, so I am ready to see what you have.
All right. So again, let's recap the entire thing for us, Mahoney. When we described the state that I would be in at 2:00 in the morning.
So Pat had been drinking for roughly 12 hours at that point. A mix of both liquor and beer, going back and forth. He probably lost track of. He claims that if you bought him a drink, he would drink it. So someone probably bought him a drink. There's no reason he would say that other than people buying drinks. Typically, when you're at the bar late at night, people are buying shots. No one's going to buy you like a nice Coors Light. So I think he was probably pretty drunk. I'd say like drunk enough to know like, hey, I shouldn't have another one, but also drunk enough to be like, yeah, I'll have quite a few more. It's kind of where he was at. And then agitated. He was agitated, and he felt like he was treated poorly at a local watering hole, and he needed to let the world know his opinion. And
All right. Yeah, I think that softens the blow then. I think that.
Yeah.
All right, get ready. The videos that were taken down off TikTok
by yourself, by the way.
Myself, by the way.
You took them down.
Here we go. Here's video number 1. You ready for this?
No.
Let's do it.
Hey, look, Tara Ward, not trying to be controversial, but what is that? You little fucking bitch? Is it a guy? Is it a girl? Who's that little fucking bitch that kicked me out of the corner bar tonight in Tara Ward's name? That little fucking bitch that is your right-hand man or woman. Please tell me, Tara, who is that little fucking bitch that you have as a right-hand man? You can't fucking stand up for yourself. Oh, I'm Tara Ward. I go to fucking jail and shit. I'm Tara Ward. I'm a big fucking deal. I go to jail and shit. Yeah, you couldn't fucking handle me for one fucking night. You couldn't handle Patrick W. Cutler for one fucking night. You had to have your little fucking bitch henchman kick me out of the fucking bar. Fuck you, Tara Ward.
Well, okay. So somehow you're drunker than I actually imagined in that video, which is you kind of had me somewhat fooled. I'm like, no, I stopped drinking. You know, I was you were shithouse drunk in that. I'm surprised that you like had the forethought to even remember to delete those in the morning.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah. Should I have still been at the bar?
No. Hell no. Absolutely. Like, that wasn't great, but it wasn't as bad as what you could have said in that state.
Well, there was a second video.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was like the warm up to your like grand finale.
No. I think for me, it's always like when you talk about something and a person's senseless like that, it's always kind of like, I shouldn't have been saying that shit. But all right, let's go on to video number 2. Who's ready for video number 2?
Me.
Yeah, at least you didn't say that person's name over and over again.
All right, here we go. Video number 2, folks. On the way. Here we go. Hi, guys. I'm Terror Ward. And although I claim to be afraid of nothing, guess what? I am deeply, deeply afraid of Patrick W. Cutler because he is the biggest monster in life. And although I claim to go to jail and be on drug charges and all these different things, Patrick W. Cutler scares the shit out of me. So what I have to do here is make sure that nobody ever finds out that I actually hired people to assault Patrick W. Cutler because I'm so fucking afraid of him. He is the biggest fucking threat to my life because he is insane. And because, quite honestly, I never did drugs. I never went to jail. I never did anything because I didn't do anything because I'm not really that scared of a person. I'm just really fucking scared of Patrick W. Cutler.
Jesus.
What the fuck is with the candle to start?
I thought that might scare her.
He's just dripping hot wax on his nipples. Hi there.
It turns into this like BDSM tape all of a sudden.
Well, and you said the beef wasn't even with Tara, right? So
No, but in the state I was in, you could see how I could kind of get the thing confused a little bit.
you're,
No, it had
you're
nothing.
like, I couldn't remember that thing's name, so I just made these videos about someone who wasn't involved at all.
Yeah.
Yes. So I killed the thing and the tasty bitch she's with.
I have actually no proof at all that Tara's actually involved in any of me getting kicked out of the corner at all.
Well, that's good that you run her name through the mud for no reason.
Well, you should see her Snapchats and stuff, man. They're pretty. What's the word on that, Pat? They're pretty graphic or whatnot. She just calls people out left and right. You know, oh, you little fucking bitch! You want to come over to my house and take a swing at me? And sometimes they're like 20-minute videos. But again, I find them entertaining. It's like watching an episode of Jerry Springer.
Her fucking followers, I'm telling you, she told me she had up to like 60,000 followers at one point. Like 60 fucking thousand. Because the thing that I like about her, attracts me to her, is that by the way, there's not going to be another round between me and her. That's the last round, only round. But she doesn't give a fuck at all. Like, she's not fucking care. Like, there's so many girls today that just lack so much confidence and stuff that it's kind of hard. You know, not everybody needs to be fully confident, but it's like when you see someone like out there that's a girl that doesn't give a fuck whatsoever, of course that's like I want to find out, like, who is this person? What are they fucking about? Like, because I've watched all her TikToks videos, so like definitely want to hang out with her and see like what her whole thing is and whatever. So yeah, I still, I was a little misguided there, for obvious reasons. It started at 2 p.m. that day, but now we're still friends on TikTok with her, but I don't really envision us after that. I don't see us like hanging out probably ever again.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty fair, unless it's just somehow 4 or 5 years later you bury the hatchet, just like Kelly did with Mark earlier. And then,
hey, you guys want to hear something crazy? I just got a random message from Tara's mom.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah? Are they watching?
She said, happy birthday. Seriously, it popped up. It said, whatever her name is, Ward, just sent you a picture. And I was like, oh, fuck, she's watching.
What is about the the psychic telepathy when you're doing stuff like that?
I know.
What was your fucking thing with Henson about your fucking bed? And he texted you in the middle of the podcast. I was like, what are the fucking odds of that? That's so fucking weird.
Well, it shows you that like our minds are like radio waves. This is proven. How do you listen to the radio? It's just floating up there in the ether. It comes down to your ears. That's exactly what the human mind is. So, yeah, I was convinced one of you had texted him, but he literally, when we talked about that, he texted me probably less than 3 minutes later. Hey, you owe me $100. I was like, okay, which asshole texted you? It was fucking. He didn't even know we were talking about it.
Yeah. No.
But yeah, that was crazy. Just happy birthday. I was like,
That is weird, man. That's really fucking
That
weird.
is fucking weird.
And it happens right after I play those videos, which is even more creepy.
I thought for sure, I was like, okay, this is going to get dramatic here. But then again, I was like, well, why would she be messaging me? Pat's the one that made the videos.
I know.
I like how you kept dropping your middle initial in there too.
Patrick W. Cutler.
I know. That's my last.
Even when you're absolutely shit faced, you always got the marketing game going. I appreciate that.
You know, that whole thing in a long sense was marketing. So here's the fucking funny thing. And again, this is what I wanted to get out of this whole thing. So this whole thing actually dates back to Detroit, our Redgate film in Detroit. Me and Don, we had that big segment on here. We had a wild run. We were partying with these celebrities and stuff and crazy shit. We tried to bring that energy to the Montana bar like the next week, and wasn't quite the same thing. But that's when I first bumped into like Tara, and we hung out and stuff like that or whatever. But that night I was on a mission to. I have to. Sometimes when you're trying to get creative, and Kelly knows this, you want to get creative. You want to do something fucking creative and something that like will blow up or whatever. Sometimes you have to do wild shit. So I brought my notebook to the Montana bar that we could try to get ideas. And she was there. There's some other people there that gave me the bad Napoleon idea. And a lot of people were there. And I was like, oh, this is some fucking good feedback. And so it kind of started out as a little bit of an experiment with me. But then like Friday wasn't part of it, but it was still like, because I didn't know she was going to be there or anything. She was just there. But part of me was still like, I wanted to like still explore some of these things or whatever and see what happens if we hang out and just get wasted. Because again, like you said, something crazy is bound to happen, even if it wasn't her. Her friend was the one that fucking freaked out on me. But here's the fucking craziest thing about that situation. I made a TikTok of her fucking making fun of this thing that attacked me at the Montana bar. This creature attacked me at the Montana bar. And it's the highest viewed TikTok I've ever made. I made it like 2 days ago.
You did?
Yeah. So the entire idea was what happened Friday night.
Wow.
Yeah, is that funny? It's like a title, "The Creature Attacked Me at the Montana Bar this weekend." Like,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so like, is that funny? Like, that one idea I got from there ended up being like the highest viewed TikTok I've ever done. Which is really
her niece is in Fiddler on the Roof, so I'm glad that she'll be in Dallas that weekend that we open. She'll probably come see it, guaranteed.
Yeah, I'm gonna like lay low, but I still don't feel bad at all for like what happened between me and whatever, because like,
hey Pat, your next script, The Creature from the Corner Bar.
Like, you just don't fucking do that to people, man. You don't start fucking fights with people that at 1:30 a.m. just try to like talk shit to like, because according to Tilly, she was talking major fucking shit to me before I did anything. Like, you don't fucking do that to people like that are having a good time and just hanging out. Like,
I wish I was just a fly on the wall that night, because Pat goes up to that thing, grabs her ass. "What's up, baby?" No, I wasn't doing shit. She just started yelling at me.
yeah, no, it's just like I'll still be like, I have weird. Most of the time, I never black out. Like, I can remember most things or whatever. So it's like, I know that I was doing nothing wrong. I was hanging out just like I was hanging out with. It was a group of us. It wasn't like me and one girl was hanging out or anything like that at all. It was a group of us hanging out together. And like, just one person has to like not like themselves internally, and they try to just fucking start shit with people at the bar. It's like so fucking annoying. Like, why would you do that? You should learn your lesson eventually, and hopefully she finally learns her lesson by making me fucking famous.
So would you say you're like, how long before you think you're going to be out in Deer Lodge past midnight again?
I would give that like how long until I'm out again past midnight? What do we got coming up? Fiddler, we got Shawshank. Pick up. I'd say
summer's coming up. You know, it's late. It's easier to stay out later.
I'm talking like I'm like done with that like altogether, like 100% done. Like, I'm talking like maybe fucking October when we have like a Redgate premiere or something. Like it's kind of like after the Boycott Pat Cutler thing. Like, I fucking quit the bars instantly after that. I was just like, I'm done with this dramatic bullshit. And then I did, but I didn't. I did it for a few more months, but I would do it more on a casual, like, okay, I know who's bartending on this Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever.
Where's the reception at your wedding, Matthew?
Oh, I don't know.
Nice. Okay. All right.
No, it's
Well,
right at the
I'll be there.
it's right at the St. Mary Center,
All right.
right next door. So
That's the St. Mary Center in Billings, Montana. For those people watching, show up.
yeah. Why'd you want to know, Mahoney?
I was just trying to envision a scenario in which Pat stayed out later than midnight in Deer Lodge, but
Well, it could happen. You know what I'm saying? We're going to party all night.
I don't know if it's gonna happen though. You know, I think it's over, Mahomes.
I don't think it is. I certainly don't think it is. Well, man, I'm glad. Like, I was a little worried that was that story was more involved and actually worse off than it was. So I'm glad it's not as bad as I thought.
And for the record, it was a good time for me to be like removed from there because you could tell, you could tell at that point that, you know, I did not need to be anywhere near an alcoholic beverage. It was about time for me to kind of, you know, move on with the night.
Yeah, about time to be hitting the old dusty trail.
Hit the old dusty trail, and that was it. So, yeah, just a quick promo here, guys. Before we round these horses, we lost Kelly, but again, he's had very rough stomach flu. I'm surprised.
No, fuck him.
I'm surprised. Yeah. I am very surprised that he made it all this way through this entire fucking thing, just to finally cave to his bowels here.
Well, I noticed he had that popsicle, and those things run right through you, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Popsicles will get you.
Yeah, he probably should have not. Jeez. When I had that stuff, like, this is probably not the best thing to do, but I'll go long periods of time where I'll be like, I'm not drinking or eating anything. You know, it's just like nothing goes down smooth.
Well, that's when you get that sick, all you're worried about is fucking throwing up. And that's like the worst. It's like throwing up is having to feel like you have to throw up is the worst. But then, like, the relief that you have when you do throw up, you feel so much better. But then again, like, when you're that sick, you just know it's coming back. So yeah, I do the same shit. I'll drink water and I'll eat like maybe a cracker for like 24 hours because I just don't want to throw up.
Yeah. No, me too. I freaking hate throwing up. It's kind of weird though that we have it, like, for me, not to get really nasty here towards the end of this episode, but you have it coming through the back end as well. You're like, fuck. Well, it was really, like, I'm not gonna joke. My stomach was really bad Saturday, but Sunday it was just like I couldn't fucking stop. like no matter what I drank or ate or anything, there's just certain, like, it's like, is there like a record for like most shit you can take in one fucking day? You talk about like pure fucking water all day long. That's like, it was so fun. That was my fucking Easter.
Hey.
Everyone's gathering around. I'm running to the bathroom every 2 seconds. I didn't tell anybody about it because I'm like, oh yeah, I just took my 15th straight water shit that just blew up the toilet. I had to wipe down the toilets fucking like 4 times on the weekend, probably. Like,
That's tough.
It was really fucking bad. But like that one's like that also, you're like, fuck, I don't want to drink or eat anything at all because I just don't want to go anymore. I'm so tired of going.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel you.
Yeah, then Butch shoves some bloody prime rib right in your face.
I know. It's like, oh, front rib.
Eat up.
He's like, you know, you wipe so many times, eventually your butthole looks like the red fern. Yeah, Kelly's on the toilet. He just messaged us. He's on his toilet shitting his fucking brains out, if you can imagine that.
Oh, man. I think what a time to round the old horses here.
So,
sorry,
yeah.
you're doing a promo. I don't think your promo was about how much you were shitting your brains out.
I'm going to do a promo
Unless
really
it was.
quick. I just like to say before I start a promo, this is a solid episode. My plans, before I got sick, my plans were to actually shift to a different topic, but I was so fucking sick for 4 straight days. I couldn't think of anything. I just like It's like, today I was like, fuck it, let's just talk about this. This will be fun. So come on up for Cutler Brothers Productions. We have Fiddler on the Roof. Please attend. That opens on April 29th, correct, Matt? Yeah, April 29th.
Yes.
And runs to, I think the poster's here somewhere, like May 15th, that final Sunday. And that's a 3-weekend show. And opening weekend, I will not be there. So if you're currently boycotting Pat Cutler, I will not be at opening weekend of Fiddler on the Roof. Please mark that down in your notebook. Pat Cutler will not be attending opening weekend of Fiddler on the Roof.
And this is going over to the loudspeaker at the corner bar, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I assume
Cool.
they're just live. They are one of our people that live, like, catch us live every day. We do it.
I'll just go, yeah!
He's gonna be gone.
That's like that end of the Truman Show, the guy in his bathtub when he hears it. Yeah! This will be live streamed at the corner bar. This will also be going on at the megaphone at Rock Creek. This will also be going on. How many more locations do we need to start adding?
They're actually going to do the fire alarm thing at City Hall as soon as you leave town.
He's gone.
Yeah, no, get on the bowling alley loudspeaker and grab a bite to eat at Prison Pizza before the show.
Hey, this will be going over the loudspeaker at the new pizza restaurant. This will be going over the loudspeaker at the bake in town that gave out free loans.
Just throw everyone under the bus.
Seriously.
that you like, I leave for one weekend, like it's like that fucking sky cam for like Macy's Day Parade or something. People are all out in the streets just going nuts. Kelly just checked that one out.
You didn't have to get off the video, man. We would love to see that.
There's a band for you.
And Martin Lai on the diarrhea and everything. Some things never die. Yep, it never dies, Martin. Glad you keep tuning in every weekend. It's our number one live viewer. I like to make a correction made earlier in the show. Martin's not actually from Winnipeg. He's from Oshawa, Ontario.
Ontario?
Not
Beautiful Oshawa.
Yeah, I don't know why I got Winnipeg. I had no clue I had Winnipeg last week. I was looking at the hockey game got canceled in Winnipeg. That's what I thought. That was during the snowstorm last week. And you mentioned the snowstorm, and then the next day I looked up and Seattle Kraken were at Winnipeg Jets, and that game got canceled. So I made that connection between the bad weather that Martin was talking about up there. So Oshawa, Ontario. I gotta look that up here. I'm gonna put it on my Google and look it up after we end the show. So yeah, it's been a great fucking show. I think everyone could say we had a lot of fun here tonight. Definitely did not mention any specific names at all, and
no, certainly not even in your TikTok.
And yeah, and on top, Fiddler on the Roof, Matt. You also have Shawshank Redemption opens in June at Cutler Brothers Theater.
Yeah, so Shawshank Redemption is going to open up, and it's going to play for a solid month. 11 shows here and there. Should be a good frickin' time. And after that, we got Sweeney Todd. But we'll see. One thing at a time, I guess.
Yeah.
Fiddler first. So,
hey, one last comment here. Tara Ward goes on TikTok today. She addresses me just like Will Smith. Get your name out of my fucking mouth.
God! If you guys do ever make up, you should recreate that slap because that would be hilarious.
Yeah. And the thing that Tara Ward brought in, guess what? You know, she doesn't have any hair. Tara Ward comes up and just bitch slaps you like Will Smith.
The thing Tara Ward brought in.
Oh, Tara Ward just slapped the shit out of me.
God, get my friend's name out your fucking mouth. Oh God. Oh shit. All right. With that, we are going to finally round those horses. Next week we'll have an actual topic next week to talk about if there is a show next week. Go ahead. We'll first go to Mahomes. If you want to give your rounding the horses statement.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly, I haven't seen much of TikTok, so it seems like quite the platform to voice your opinion on all sorts of different things. And it sounds like that everything went off without a hitch for the premiere of Jesus Christ Superstar, and it sounds like the town really rallied around everyone to go support that and then celebrate at the bars afterwards. So glad to hear it.
Yeah, great time. Matt, go your final words for the night.
Besides Pat's story there, that crazy ass story, it was a good weekend in Deer Lodge. It's always cool to see your work pay off, the final product on a big screen nonetheless. It was a great weekend. Also an interesting weekend, as we all discussed here. You can get sucked into the stupid bullshit in Deer Lodge by just having one too many. And you know how it is. You get to that point where you're like, well, fuck, there's so much alcohol in my system that I feel like I could whatever. So, it's just one of them fucked up situations, Pat. But guess what? You came out on the other side of it alive.
Yeah, I did. And to clarify, the unfortunate thing we didn't talk about, and Kelly kind of vaguely suggested this, but we unfortunately had a terribly low attendance for Jesus Christ Superstar 2020 this weekend, which I thought was very stupid. So I decided to drink myself stupid.
Yeah.
As far as this podcast goes, they had the thing the other day, and someone was like on TikTok that I was watching. There's some great stuff on TikTok. You can cater it right to your stuff. The problem with TikTok, I'll say this, Mullins, like it's like the algorithm's kind of similar to YouTube. They see videos you watch, they give you more videos like that. But it's like on TikTok, it's like that on meth. So you really got to be like, if you really like think this video is like fucking not doing you harm, but not like contributing to your life at all, just swipe fucking through it as fast as possible. Then you can get better videos, and that's the problem. But that's the thing is they push you to make videos all the time. And I was going on TikTok just to check my TikTok, but it said, make a video on the screen below. So I made one. And then it said, make another one.
Keep going. Grab the candle.
You're not done yet. Keep going.
It gives me her location. Shh, go back to the corner. She's on the back porch. take a video there to share for everybody.
So you grab the car keys and drive down there this time.
Trying to give him a DUI.
So the thing I'll say, the thing I saw on TikTok the other day, the guy had this thing. It was like Joe Rogan's podcast, and he said they showed like a quick image of Joe Rogan's first podcast episode. You know what episode he's done so far? Like where he's at? How many episodes he's done?
I like 2,000. No idea.
I have no idea.
He's done over 3,000 podcast episodes.
Damn.
3,000. That's fucking nuts. So that's why I kind of look at us. It's like, man, consistency pays over time. So we got a huge following here tonight, and it's only going to get bigger. Just like, well, I think I'm just going to end it there. All right. Okay. We'll see you guys next week. Probably moving back to Tuesdays next week, and hopefully no one has a stomach flu because that pushed back this week's episode by one day. Good night, everybody. God bless you, and actually, God bless Tara Ward. I hope she's doing great. I actually do kind of feel bad about those TikToks. So hope you're doing well and everything's doing great. Something